Hello, everybody. I am Dr. Cassandra Bradford, and you're watching Business First with me, Dr. Cass. And I have my very special guest, Miss Tracy Harris with Hope Evolution LLC. How you doing, lady?
Cassandra, I'm so glad to be here. Thank you.
You're going to talk up a little bit louder. My father is a little older. We got hearing aids and stuff. You got to talk a little.
All right, let me get up to the
There
mic.
you go. There you go. So you
Voice.
guys, I have been knowing Tracy now for a few years. I love her spirit. I remember when she was getting ready to retire from the military, and now she has Hope Evolution LLC. So I'm going to let her introduce herself and tell you guys all about her company.
Well, hello. Thank you so much again, and I'm happy to be here. I'm Tracy Harris with Hope Evolution, founder, CEO, and I am an Army veteran, also National Guard, Army National Guard. My MOS was a medic. However, when they found out I could type, I was in the office typing for the hospital commander. So from there, I went to the federal government and I worked for the federal government for about 24 years. My background is HR for about 20 years, and I retired December of 2018.
I remember the countdown.
Yeah, I had my calendar going. So at the end of my tenure, I developed, well, even prior to that, I developed a passion to help veterans gain federal employment. So that's what developed my passion to start Hope Evolution LLC.
So, first of all, Tracy, thank you for your service. I love
Thank
my
you.
veterans. So tell everyone, what does Hope Evolution do? Tell us all about it. What you guys do?
Yes. So what we do is we help those who are committed to gain federal employment. We help them understand the federal application process. We tell them how important it is to tailor their resume and customize it to the position that they're applying to. We tell them how important it is to use keywords and buzzwords um, equal to the vacancy announcement that they're applying to based on your qualifications. We help them understand the self certification, the assessment questionnaires, and also how important it is to upload proper documentation and apply to the position, apply all the way through to the position.
So this is for our veterans.
It is, my focus is veterans, but I'll help anyone who's committed to the government process to gain federal employment. And I stress government
Yes,
process.
because the government has their own set of rules, but you guys know if you get a job working for the federal government, you got a good job, as they say. That's when you got good job working for the government, when you especially the federal government. So Tracy, so now, so you said you can help anybody find gainful employment with the federal government.
Right.
So does it matter whether it's in construction services or professional services? Give us some areas where maybe you may know of off the top of your head where people may be looking for work.
Right. So basically, our process is utilizing their resume, and we also adjudicate veterans' preference. But utilizing their resumes, we determine their skill sets. And then, based on their skill sets and an intake form that we have that asks them job criteria, what are they looking for? We use that information. Then, using all that data, we determine what job families in the, I know I'm speaking HR lingo, but
Okay, that's
job families in the occupancy series that OPM determines and find the right skill set for the occupancy. And then we use that as search strategies for federal employment. So we look for the right job vacancies for them.
so listen, guys, there is no reason why you should not be working, especially if you want to get a good job working for the federal government. And like she said, their preference are our military, our veterans. because we definitely they've gone and they fought for us. They've kept us safe here in America. We want to make sure that they have gainful employment because they want to make sure that they can take care of their families. Now, if you guys are looking for now, Tracy, if they're looking for a job, whether they've been in the military or not,
Mhm.
is there a form? Can they go to your website? Is all of this on your website?
No, ma'am. It's I do have a website, www.hopeevolution.com, and that's Hope Evolution with two E's. You may see behind me my banner with one E,
One, but it's two E's,
but
y'all. Two.
two E's. Or on Facebook, you can look it up, Hope Evolution LLC, or either Hope Evolution for Veterans, the number four veterans. You can find us that way. Um, so those are probably the best ways that they can find us. And I do have a email, Tracy at hopeevolution2es.com, or a phone number, 817-617-7507. I try to use those numbers so they'll, kind of ring in people's heads when they try to call me
So
to
now, when
remember.
they reach out to you, do you guys do an assessment over the phone, or how
Mhm.
do you guys do it? Just tell us what we need to do.
Yes, Dr. Cassandra, it's virtual. So it is 100% virtual, and that's how it was created, is virtual. So we communicate virtual. I send you an intake form, basically asking you a series of questions. I ask that you send me your DD-214 redacted. I don't want any personal information. And then also you upload your resume. And once I receive all that information based on the job criteria we have on the intake form, I assess you and then I send you a notification, email notification telling you, okay, this is my recommended strategy that we look at all these job occupancies. And then these are the job titles in those occupancies. And then we communicate. Communication is key to everything. So I give people, I have a text procedure. You can email me, call me, text my cell phone, because you never know when the right job might pop up. It can take you months, and I'm not going to sugarcoat it, to get on with the government. But then there may be those jobs that pop up right away, with a short open and close, that I need to call you and say, or text you, hey, look at this job right quick, and then we discuss the job. I sit there with you and apply to the job. So it's like having an HR in your side pocket, someone who knows about the federal regulations, executive orders, and things like that, that can tell you if you're eligible to even apply. But I make that determination before I send you the job. And we always change our strategy. So sometimes you may have to change your strategy because you may not, the way the jobs are posted, sometimes they only post it to internal agency, which means people who are already employed, um, or just different ways to apply. So I go over and tell you about all the eligibilities, because you may not be eligible. Once you get to the certification questions, you still may not be eligible. They may not have noted it in the vacancy announcement itself. But once you start answering the questions, you may find you're still not eligible. So it's a lot to it, Dr. Cassandra, as you know.
So, but listen, you guys have an advocate working on your behalf. This is what I'm hearing. Tracy is an advocate on your behalf to at least get you to get your pinky toe through the front door. Now, you know, my mother used to work for the federal government, so I don't know what all she had to do to get there, but I do know that it was she didn't. I remember when she first applied, it wasn't like she went and applied. And this was now you got to remember, this was back in the 70s. This was back in the 70s, and so I remember she applied, but it wasn't like she got that job right away. It was maybe like a year later, because I remember she said, "Oh, I went to go and apply to work for HUD." Right? And next thing I know, she's still going to work at the regular place she was going to. I'm like, I thought Mama applied at HUD. And I think it wasn't until like a year later that she actually got that job with HUD. And, she ended up working there for about 20 years. And next, my parents started buying houses. And y'all know my story. The rest of the my parents started just buying houses everywhere. And my mother retired early, and all kind of other stuff happened. But listen, if you're looking for a job, my veterans, you guys know, I love you guys immensely. My dad was a veteran. My brothers are veterans. I married a veteran, divorced, but y'all know me. And but I do love veterans, and my brother still works actively, making sure that our vets understand uh, what all that they have that's waiting for them, because a lot of our veterans fail because of information, lack of information.
Mm-hmm.
And here it is, Hope Evolution is providing information to our veterans to get them back employed, or maybe with a better job, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Employable, right? Making sure that making sure that those resumes have those keywords.
Mm-hmm.
I'm over
Yes.
here writing notes, Tracy. Don't think I'm not. I got the right hand. Here's my pen. I'm just over here writing, trying to look cute on video, but I'm writing. But she's making sure that our veterans are getting placements.
Yes. And can I add one thing, Dr.
Sure.
Cassandra? So, unfortunately, with the things happening with COVID 19, the government's been hiring since COVID 19. They may be positions that are temporary or term position just for a few months, or they may have a term of 2 years and then it's over. But once you're in there, then you can find out being a employed federal government employee, you're on the inside. So then you can find out about other jobs that are coming up with the federal government once you get in the door. I like what you said about getting your pinky toe in there. Once you get your toe in there, then you're good.
Yeah. You got to get in there first. And that's what Hope
Mhm.
Evolution is here for. They're to help you. You guys have aid and didn't even know it. So if you're really looking for a job, I mean, look what happened um, with COVID. So many people lost their jobs, right?
Mhm.
Or even on my side, on the business side, so many people think, oh, nobody's buying. The government they don't have contracts. Let me tell y'all something. The federal government been spending money before COVID, during COVID, and probably after COVID. The
Mhm.
one thing that never stopped, especially on the entrepreneurial side, was construction, dealing with
Mhm.
the federal government. And guess what? A lot of the professional service never stopped, because it's what? Social Security, they need their tax people, they need HR. All of that stuff never stopped. The world didn't stop, just maybe your city shut down a little bit. Texas, they didn't care about us, we stayed open. But maybe your city, your state kind of slowed down, but the federal government had to keep going, right? And
Yes.
so they still have jobs, y'all. You guys, I'm sorry, I didn't move to Texas, and I'm not conjugating my verbs. But what she's saying is, if you guys are looking for a job, especially our veterans, to gain employment with the federal government,
Mhm.
Tracy and Hope Evolution LLC is your company that you need to reach out to. And so Tracy indicated that you can go onto her website, right? Is there something they fill out a contact form? Walk us through it, Tracy.
Yes. So if you go to my website, just go to contact us. That's on my website.
Click
Send me an
contact us.
email. Just respond to that. I'm sure everybody's seen that type of platform where you can type in and send a message to that company. So you just send a message saying, "Hey, I'm looking for a government job." That's all you got to tell me. I'm on it. And then from there, to come to my Tracy at hopeevolution.com. You can send it that way, and I'll get back to you within 24 hours. I mean, I'm notified right away, and then that's when I start the conversation. I'm going to ask you a cajillion questions, if that's a word.
That's fine. So Tracy, tell us what kind of, I mean, maybe
What's
they're not hard questions to you, but tell them like certain questions that you may ask that have gotten some people, maybe stumped. Maybe they should have their resume in front of them first, or I don't know.
Yes, I'm definitely going to need the resume. So if you don't have a resume, if you've never created your profile at usajobs.gov, That's the federal application website. So that's the main platform. There are jobs that come through LinkedIn that may be posted or things like that, but more than likely it's going to reroute you back to usajobs.gov. So you can build your resume there and create your profile. I'm going to let you know it's going to take you about 2 or 3 hours to do that because there's a standard forms, there's questions and things like that. You can use your personal resume, but you'll need to ensure that you have all the information that they have on Resume Builder needs to be on your resume. Otherwise, if you don't have hours per week on your resume, you're going to be ineligible. You're going to be kicked out.
Wow.
If you don't have the month and the year, you're going to get kicked out of your work history. You're going to get kicked out. I noticed too that USA Jobs is utilizing more often the applicant tracking system. So what that is they're looking for that buzzword keyword in your resume that's in that job specialized experience in the job vacancy. If you don't have enough, I don't know what the parameters and all that, but if you don't have it, it's going to kick you out. So they're there to kick you out, to weed out applications
But
because
anything that's worth having, just so you guys know, you're gonna have to
mhm,
work for it. So if you
yes.
put in the work on the front end, just know you're gonna get a reward on the back end.
Hmm. Yes. And I only say all that. I'm not trying to be negative, but I do like to be truthful. And because I hear a lot on veteran groups that I've applied to 300 jobs, I'm like, why are you applying to 300 jobs? And it could be just something simple. You did not have the time frame on your resume, and it's frustrating. And that's why I started. So, the whole process can be frustrating and it's time consuming and difficult to understand. You have to focus and you have to read everything.
So you guys, if you're looking for a job and you want to get a good federal job, you're gonna have to put in some work. And like Tracy said, you guys are gonna go to Hope Evolution. Is it Hope Evolution LLC
Yes. Hmm.
or hopeevolution.com? You're gonna
Right.
go
Just
to the contact page, reach out to Tracy, fill it out, tell her you're looking for a good federal job, and she's going to be able to help you. And whether or not you are a veteran or not, I mean, they prefer veterans, but if you're not, they're still going to assist you. So make sure you guys are reaching out to Tracy. If you guys are looking, if you're really looking for work, I know a lot of people right now, Tracy, they got these
yes.
stimulus checks and there's
Yes.
unemployment and they didn't, got lazy. But you guys know that's about to run out. And so then what's going to happen? There's going to be an influx. And then that's just going to push you further down to the back. So why don't y'all do this today? Reach out today to Tracy Harris and make sure she can look over your resume and she's going to ask you guys a cajillion questions, as you say, and be prepared. It's just like a job interview. You need to be prepared. Now, Tracy, do you guys offer any kind of training now? Is that something you guys plan on doing in the future for people that are looking for, maybe they don't have the right skill set, but they know that this is something they want to do? Help
Hmm.
me out here.
Yes. So I've recently started a group interactive presentation where I go through from step A through Z on how to establish your profile, uh, analyzing the job vacancy announcements, answering those assessment questions, making sure you have all the proper documentation uploaded and apply to the position. So I'm walking you through, and it's like a 4 to 6 week um, presentation. So you need to be committed to be part of it if you want to be part of it, because you're going to be doing work. You're going to actually search for jobs that's in your skill set, in your industry, and applying to those jobs. So I'm doing that. I just started one on the 9th of February, and I'm going
Hmm.
to be doing them throughout the year.
Wow.
So I'm on LinkedIn, Facebook. You can find me there when I post those. And yes, and it's free. It's free. So you
She
get
see,
a specialized
I was gonna
HR.
charge y'all, but she said free.
It's free, and it's for within those 6 weeks. You have my help, and then if you need to go further, we can talk about that.
So wow. So you guys need to contact Tracy Harris over at Hope Evolution LLC. And she has a boot camp now. Can they jump in anywhere in this boot camp or do they need to wait until it opens again?
They may have to wait till the next one on this round because we're already on the looking for jobs, and I'm already assessed the participants I have already. So I'd like to just keep rolling with this one. But around the springtime, I plan to have another one.
So like around
So
April.
yeah, probably
So
around
you
April.
guys listen. Y'all need to go get on, sign up, and then sign up for her boot camp, right? So
Mm,
she can walk you through this whole process. So, if you're looking to get a good job with the federal government or you're looking to get on, if you're a veteran looking for employment, you want to make sure that you don't leave any stone unturned, right? So you're not out saying I put out 300 applications just today, and Tracy go, why would you put out 300 applications when we could have just got you on the first time, right? So we want to make sure that there's no, that everything that you're submitting is right. Is that what you're saying,
right.
Tracy?
Yes, you need to have it what we used to say, tight and right before we even start.
Because y'all know the federal government. So y'all want to, and anytime you're dealing with the government, whether it's federal, state, or local, you guys already know you're going to jump through a few hoops. But you do know that it's worth it. So if that's your key and that's your goal, you say, you know what, I need long-term employment. I need employment where my employer may not go out of business. Y'all know the
Mhm.
federal government's not about to go out of business. And that's true for right now. There's so many people right now that are out of work because their employers have gone out of business.
Mhm.
And I'll tell you, the federal government's not about to go out of business. Y'all better get y'all a boss that they get ready to go out of business. That's the federal government. And you guys want to reach out to Tracy over at Hope Evolution. So Hope, Tracy, tell people how to reach you again because we're running out of time. And tell
Yes,
people how to
thank you.
reach you, how to
Mhm.
maneuver through your website, and
Yes.
when your next boot camp is starting up again.
All right. So I'll go backwards, I guess. Let's see. My next boot camp planning for April of this year. And you can reach me at Hope Evolution LLC on Facebook or Hope Evolution, the number 4 veterans, Hope Evolution for Veterans. Or you can email me at Tracy at Hope Evolution, that's with 2 E's, .com. And if you go to my website at hopeevolution2es.com, then just go to my contact form and just send me a message saying I would like help with finding a federal employment. So and you can find me on LinkedIn also, either by my name, Tracy Harris, or Hope Evolution LLC.
So you guys, we have run out of time. Thank you so much, Tracy. I'm up here
Oh, you're
texting
welcome.
people like y'all better call Tracy right now because I know you're a veteran and you need work. So we've run out of time. Tracy, thank you so much for being on my
Oh, thank
show.
you,
You're going to
Dr.
receive a
Summer.
link. This will be on YouTube. But thank you so much for being. I
I
am so glad
appreciate
to
you.
see Hope Evolution up and running. I don't know what to do,
I know
and
I've been.
I know. And so, hey, you guys, I have run out of time. I'm Dr. Cassandra Bradford, and you've been watching Business First. And I'll see you guys at the top. Bye.
Thank you.